Think glutes are just for aesthetics? What if I told you they're the powerhouse behind your strength, posture, and injury prevention? The gluteus maximus is one of the three muscles of the glute muscle group. The glute max creates the following actions at the hip: hip extension, hip external rotation, and hip adduction. Here are my top 3 reasons and exercises for training the glutes. Number 1, improve posture. The glute muscles, specifically the glute max, plays a significant role in maintaining proper posture. When these muscles are weak, the pelvis may tilt forward, leading to poor posture and back pain. Strengthening the glutes helps maintain a neutral spine and proper alignment. Number 2, injury prevention. Strong glutes stabilize the hips and support the lower back, reducing the risk of injuries in everyday activities and sports. Weak glutes can contribute to muscle imbalances, leading to overuse injuries in the knees, hips, and lower back. Lastly, enhance athletic performance. The glutes are key muscles involved in movements such as running, jumping, and squatting. By training your glutes, you increase power, speed, and explosiveness, improving your athletic performance in both endurance and strength-based sports. Here are my 3 favorite exercises to challenge the glutes. Number 1, in order to challenge the shortened position of the glute max, I am demonstrating the 45-degree low back extension. I'm first showing the wrong way to perform this exercise because I'm simply extending the lumbar spine and getting minimal glute activation. I then make the adjustment of flexing or rounding the upper back by holding onto a weighted ball and focusing on using the glute max in isolation to move through hip extension. We know that the glute max requires a stable lumbar spine and pelvis in order to maintain its neutral position to create a mechanical advantage for the glute to act as the dominant extender of the hip. That is why I like the 45-degree low back extension is a pretty effective exercise to isolate the glutes. Next, I'm demonstrating the trap bar deadlift, which allows for the ability to load maximal tension through the glute max in the middle portion of its anatomical range. The trap bar deadlift is a variation of the traditional deadlift exercise. It's a bit more squattier than a traditional deadlift, but I like using it for the following reasons. With the trap bar deadlift, your shins won't get in the way, so it's easier to keep your balance and maintain a good spinal position, especially for people who are new to the lift. A common technical error with barbell deadlifts is over-pulling when people lock the weight out. They'll hyperextend their spine to finish with the lift. With the trap bar deadlift, there's no barbell in front of you to counterbalance to allow you to hyperextend. People assume a good lockout position naturally. Number 3, the high handles on the trap bar deadlift decrease the range of motion just enough that almost everyone can pull from the floor while maintaining a good spinal position. Lastly, the trap bar deadlift allows for all levels of lifters to work on hip hinging with proper form, and there are more similarities between the barbell deadlift and the trap bar deadlift than there are differences. Both involve picking up heavy weights off the floor using comparable loads. Both essentially train the hinge pattern. Both involve similar ranges of motion and elicit similar degrees of activation in the muscle groups they train. That is why I am a fan of the trap bar deadlift. Lastly, I'm demonstrating the single leg deadlift. This movement trains our ability to resist movement in rotation and is one of my favorites. First, I'm showing the wrong way to do it by having the weight and the standing leg on the same side. This causes the back leg to open up, leading to an inefficient way of doing the single leg deadlift. Next, I'm showing the correct way of doing it by hinging forward, keeping your shoulders, ribs, and hips parallel to the floor, not allowing your hip to rotate open. If your hips are tilting because you're having trouble balancing, try keeping your gaze fixed on one point on the floor about 1 or 2 feet ahead of you. Alternatively, you can place your hand onto a bench or wall for support. Single leg deadlifts may seem like a move for advanced athletes, but it drills important skills for anyone who wants to move well through life while strengthening the glutes, the foot, the ankle, and the hip stabilizers. Single leg deadlifts are also a challenging yet effective way to build functional strength and work on unilateral training. And there you have it. Incorporating glute training into your fitness routine provides a wide range of benefits, from injury prevention to improved athletic performance and posture. It's essential not just for aesthetics, but for maintaining long-term functional health and preventing muscle imbalances. So hopefully you can incorporate one or all 3 of these exercises into your next lower body training session. Have a great rest of the day.